Hey, Harrison here. I know I said I was going to do these videos more whenever I had an update, and guess what? 2 months later, I have an update on EWF, and that is that this weekend, me and Cody are going to be putting out our joint show. It's not this arena, it's this arena right here. I posted it on Instagram. Y'all should be following me. Follow me there. Check out more pictures like this, but that show should be up this weekend. I'm waiting for some people to send me some things before I can finally edit it or finalize editing and whatnot, but for the most part the show is pretty much done. Like I said, just waiting for those people. Then the show should be up, I'm gonna say Sunday. What time Sunday? I'm not sure. It's going to go up on Sunday, probably either an hour or so before the pay-per-view or after the pay-per-view, or I can upload it during the pay-per-view if y'all just don't care about the pay-per-view. Either way, it'll be up on Sunday, and if worst comes to worst, Monday. It's going to be out before the end of September, just know that, and I am aiming for this Sunday. And I'm going to say that a lot, just so it's out there, and I mentally know that I put that out there, so I have to force myself to, make sure I get that done. Along with that, I, as you can see, have the Raw setup back here, and which can only mean one thing: I'm filming these Raw episodes. I'm also going to be filming SmackDown episodes because the next show that I'm doing is Survivor Series, and it's going to be a big one. I plan to make it a big one. I plan to make it just as big as like SummerSlam and Mania and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much my update about EWF. Other than that, your boy started school again. I'm taking 3 like film theory classes type of deal. So I'm watching a lot of movies and writing a lot of papers. So I don't have too much time to be filming. I'm also, yesterday, if any of y'all ordered the Xbox Series X or S, or even a PlayStation 5, you know how difficult it is to get it because I spent the entire morning trying to do it. I woke up at 5, I drove to my GameStop, I found out they were only getting 3 consoles. Why is GameStop getting 3 consoles? I have no idea. There's just so much going on. I go home, none of the sites are working, they're all crashing. Amazon don't put it up for an hour later after they said that it's going to go up. So it's just one big disaster, but it's okay because your boy got one. Other than that, that was my day. That is what I've been doing. That's what I've been up to. Just a lot of school, a lot of work, trying to get these out for you. Filming the joint show this past month. And if you don't know, I'm doing an ultimate deletion. I'm not sure how this is going to go. This is definitely not going to be a normal pick fed match. So don't expect something like that. It's not going to be based off the real ultimate deletion. Kinda is. I'm going to go my own route. I've been watching a lot of German expression films in my classes, so I'm feeling a little inspired to do some weird shit, you know what I mean? Enough about the pick fetting. I asked y'all on Instagram yesterday, what did I even ask you guys? I said questions about pick fetting. Now, you guys could have asked me anything, my opinions, you guys need help, just questions in general, so we got those here on my phone. Like I said, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me, bro. How do I get good? Well, you just don't, okay? You just don't improve. Make sure that I still stay at the top, and we'll all be good. The most entertaining match type to pick fed, I would say, honestly, for me, it's probably a TLC match. I love filming TLC matches. That's why I had 2 ladder, honestly, just any kind of ladder match. I just love filming ladder matches. I don't know why. It's always been one of my favorites as a kid. It's been one of my favorites filming since I first started, and that's one of the reasons why I did 2 TLCs in the ladder match last year or whatever, right? Because they're just so fun to film. They're just so hectic and chaotic and whatnot. I don't know why anybody would not want to film them, but you can't film them too much because then, they don't feel special. So I try to do one special match one specialty match every wrestling year. Does that make sense? From Mania to Mania, I'm only going to try to do one chamber, or one show with the chamber, one cell, one cage, one ladder, blah, blah, blah. Not really about fedding, but how does it feel to know that you inspired a generation of feds? Wow, that's a big one to take in. I'm gonna be honest with you. when I was a kid doing EWF as a hand fed, I always wanted it to be like the most, I don't know, just this big thing for some reason, right? It was a huge thing to me, and I needed to get that point across to everybody. So for that to kind of be like a thing at one point, right, for me as a 12-year-old is a huge deal. Now me being 24, I've been doing this since I was 14. It's really let me know that if I can inspire y'all to do this, right, I can inspire y'all to do a lot of things, right? And if this can inspire you to start a pig fed, then this can inspire you to start whatever you want to start, right? Because that's what it comes down to in life, is you either think of something that you want to do, and you either just continue to think about it, or you do something to actually do it, you know? So I thought about making EWF huge. I needed to show the world what was the best place to do that. YouTube. Now we have a giant amount of pig feds out there, right? There's just way too many now. When I started, it was only like 4: me, Cody, Mike, John, somewhat Troy, because he was like semi-retired at that time, and he came back. You know Troy. If you see Troy, revive him. How to pose a one-wing angel. Y'all really want to know how to pose a one-wing angel? Alright. Well, first, what we're gonna need, right? Well, I'm gonna use AEW figures because I haven't shot a video with these yet, and they're just so freaking cool. You're gonna need 2 AEW figures. Most importantly, a Kenny Omega. Actually, I'll do this with both because I know not everyone has these. So, alright, I'm going to show you guys how to film a one-wing angel. We're not, unfortunately, not going to be using the AEW figures for this one, just because a majority of us, I'm going to say a majority of people probably don't have these, right? Or do they? Either way, I know most people use Mattel, so we'll be using my Mattel Kenny Omega. Which figure? I'm gonna use this custom matte Riddle because my elite one is in the box and I'm just way too lazy to get it out right now. So let's just do this real quick. Okay, so we're here. We got the Riddle. Get this full focus. Please focus. Hey, we got Riddle. We got the Omega. And now, this is optional. Y'all see me been using this. I don't know if you can't really see this. Look, see that little shiny thing? That's tape. Right here, what I got, fishing string, right? You can use fishing string. You don't gotta use fishing string. This is how I use fishing string. I tie it in a circle. I get tape, and I tape it right in the middle, right? So now, you essentially got like 2 sections. Can you even see that? Probably not. This is probably a waste of time in this video, but I'm gonna leave it in anyways. Alright, so remember, when you do, depending on how you do it, you either start off here, you come down here, they lift them up, right? Arm goes down, leg goes behind, arm comes back up, he grabs his head and drives him, right? So I normally want the guy who's going to be taking it, he's going to be kind of dazed, so have him looking down, have his arms down, have him kind of slouched over, have, you know, Omega grab his waist, he's looking at the camera, he's like, this is going to be it, oh no, he's falling. Maybe this Matt Riddle wasn't the best figure to choose. So, he's like this, right? He's like, alright, we're going to get him now. Now, this part, lifting him on his shoulders. Now, we all know that they don't have the articulation to do that, and we could do a lot of things, but let's just be honest. These pictures go by at like 1/8 of a second, right? So if we can just get the idea that he bent over, honestly, even something like that, just do that, then he lifts him up. You don't have to go through the whole motion. What I like to do when I have somebody lift is I like to take a pic of them kind of like squatting because he just got underneath him. Just like that. Then, you know, he got him in control. I put Matt Riddle's arms up because he's like, whoa, did you just lift me up? We have Omega just like this. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. And then, like I said, the leg goes behind the back. The arm comes up. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna have to. Bam. Like that. Now, this is the part where you either use string or you don't, right? So, use string. I'm gonna assume most of you guys don't use string. So, I'll just show you guys that real quick just because it's gonna be faster. But, this is how I pose them. Right? You want to use the figure's hands. A lot of you guys don't use the figure's hands. Listen, I'm telling you, if you bend the hands, it can help you out. Bend the hands a certain way. Bam, just like that. You take a picture, obviously you don't get your fingers. And then bend the hands because the hands can be used as like a hook. Alright? That's what we use our hands for. We use it to grab things. These are figures. We gotta treat them like hooks. Bam. There's your one wing angel. What keeps you motivated? Watching good wrestling, watching other good pick fedders, even on IG, right? You guys got some killers out there on IG. Best part about IG, it's pretty easily accessible. They're easy to watch. They're not long, right? I don't have to spend 8-9 minutes watching one match. I can spend 30 seconds swiping and seeing the highlights. But the most important part is we get the story of the match, we get the posing, and we get, you know, good lighting and quality. And when I see somebody who's doing a fantastic job on IG or YouTube, it just motivates me because the feedback from you guys are like it's like a drug. You know? Artist, move, position, of pose. In the joint show, I filmed a spot. I'm not going to say with who. But it's a tower terrace spot. Two guys are superplexing somebody, and then those two guys getting superplexed are getting Germaned. So if you can put that all in your head, that was just very hard to do, especially with string. That took me about 20 minutes to set up just for that one shot, for that one pick. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. If a move just seems very impossible to do with figures, I'm just not even going to attempt to do the move. So yeah, I would say that is probably the hardest thing that I've posed recently. I can't remember of all time though. How pick fed, how not for real though. What aperture, ISO, and shutter speed do you use? Well, I'm gonna be honest. This is a camera that I use for pick fetting. The camera that you're watching me on is the camera I use for like my figure photography that I do every once a month. But I use this Sony A58, right? This is a DSLR. This is like, I think it's like an A mount or something. Something really small. It's not a full frame lens or anything. But this is still the kit lens. The kit lens goes from 3.5 to 5.6. So most of the time my f-stop is usually at a 4. My ISO is usually at a 1600, and then my shutter speed, that just varies, you know, whatever the lighting situation is. But yeah, ISO and the f-stop 1600, 4.0, because 3.5, 4.0. Honestly, I feel like feds who have like really high contrast, like bokeh in the background, right? It's just very strenuous on my head to watch that because everything in the back is just so blurry. And when we're watching wrestling on YouTube or TV, everything is in focus. So I'm saying if you have a DSLR, don't go too crazy on the f-stop. Don't go too crazy on the aperture and whatnot. Don't make the background so blurry if you're going to do a pick fed. I just think I don't know. I don't think it flows well, right? I think the pictures and transition, the background is just so blurry. It's gonna not. I feel like it doesn't keep that consistency as well as it does if I had a 4.0 as my f-stop. So that is my answer for that. I hope that was too clear. I hope that wasn't too complicated to understand. Has doing a brand split in EWF make things easier or harder for you? I would say easier, because I always wanted to use so many different guys, but I couldn't because I just didn't have room to do it on one show, right? I mean, if I'm going to have Daniel Bryan be the champion of the entire EWF, he's going to be in the main event of every single pay-per-view. And that's cool, and I want him there, but I also want other people in the main event too, and there's just too many people that I can't use. This is why I have Raw, this is why I have SmackDown, this is why I'm able to throw like Balor, Moxley, Reigns, Orton, Omega, Pac. Like, that's already like 6 guys in my main event. Imagine if I threw in Cole, Hardy, Rollins, Styles, McIntyre, Daniel Bryan, John Cena. That's like 13 guys in my main event, right? That's gonna be my whole entire pay-per-view. I don't even have a middle card. I don't have jobbers. I don't have a tag team. That's just 14 main events right there. So there's just way too many people, right? And now, since with AEW figures coming out, I've actually been debating with Cody about doing a 3rd brand. Not gonna do it probably because it's just gonna be way too hard to do. But 2 brands, I think it's great. Allows me to use as much superstars as I possibly can, and it gives you guys a variety, because I know some people are like, I want to see this guy challenge, I want to see this guy challenge, and to me, I'm like, well, I would do that, but I just don't have a room, right? Otherwise, every match would be a 6-man survival. That'd be the only way to get all these guys on a show. Is there going to be a WrestleMania this year? In 2020? Hell no. The end of 2021? Most likely. Since I've been doing these weekly build-up shows for the pay-per-views, filming has just taken, or putting out pay-per-views has just obviously taken a lot longer. But I think overall, I think you guys have been enjoying the pay-per-views just slightly more, and I think that was the whole purpose of doing these build-up shows. Plus, these build-up shows allow me to do matches that I can't do right away, because I don't have like the storylines for them right away. But they can wrestle like one-off matches on Raw, which has been great, and it allowed me to use guys like Ricochet, on Andrade, Buddy Murphy, all of them, right? And they're not on the pay-per-views, but I enjoy using them on these shows because I wanted to use them, right? We all want to use everyone. What do you base your storylines on? Do you just go with what you want? Yep, I take out my bin, I throw them all on the ground, I pick up my world champion, and I search and I see which figure do I feel would go great with this one, right? Like which figure can I have fun playing with? And that's how I go based on my matches, pretty much. Or just like whatever I think is cool, right? Like the entire SmackDown scene, I think that thing is just one big chaos, but I love it. Raw is one giant different brand. It's more, I would say Raw is more NXT, AEW like, and then SmackDown is more my WWE NXT style like. It's a weird thing, but that's just how I think about it. Do you have matches set in stone way beforehand? Yes, I will always try to book the next Super Show or next big pay-per-view, whether that be SummerSlam, Survivor Series, the Rumble, or Mania. I'm gonna try to fill out those match cards, and then I'll fill out all the in-between pay-per-views as I go along, because obviously figures come out, I want to use new figures, I get ideas later on that come to me, I'm like, this is a lot better, I want to do this instead because it makes more sense. So always try to book your big 4 or whatever you think your big pay-per-view is down the line, and then you got to work your way to it, right? Because you got to set a goal, and you got to figure a way how do you get to that goal. So how do I get to my Mania main event? I got to plan, I got to book these guys in certain matches and have these things happen in order for this match to happen. You feel me? It's all just one giant process. That's it. That's all the updates for now. And I'm glad you guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, at least give it a like, because I don't know, it'll let me know that you guys like it. If not, then don't like it. I really don't care, but like I said in episode 1 of this, I'm gonna upload whenever I have an update. I haven't had an update in the last 2 months because there was nothing to update you guys on. I'm not going to keep uploading a video every week saying, hey guys, I'm filming. Hey guys, I'm filming. I'm going to give you guys an update on when the shows are going to be coming out. Give you guys an update on what I'll be planning. And yep, that's about it. Other than that, I will say I got these AEW figures, and I haven't put out my official opinion. Well, I guess I have on Instagram, but not on YouTube. But these figures, very sweet. I also, of course, had to get the ring. I didn't open the ring. The ring is actually still in the box. The only thing I took out was the Omega. So I haven't opened this yet. I'm going to open this. When am I going to open this? Whenever I sell this Raw Main Event ring. So if you want to buy this Raw Main Event ring, hit me up on Instagram. We can make out a deal. But yeah, other than that, follow me on Instagram. Right down here, link below, wherever. And I'll see you guys again next time.